Hello everyone, welcome back. Based on going through the entire castle yet again and having a serious look at everything, there are a few bits and pieces that I definitely missed. I've had a few ideas about the last couple of puzzles in this particular area, so we're going to go through and pick up on all that, and then we'll see what that gets us with regards to the final bits and pieces. So in here we've got telescope coordinates, and we're still trying to figure out what these are going to be in order to get the final picture for entering in the 4x4 puzzle for the star. Now I did wonder that I wasn't almost correct the last time, and that actually we've got these three individual symbols, but each of them makes up one piece of the coordinates. So we've got this one on the left, which is going to be, in this case, 27. So I'll make a note of that. We've got this one in the middle. So now if we move the symbol round so it's actually in the middle here, this is now going to be 07. And then we've got this one on the right hand side. So if you move this one around to the right, that means we're looking at 13. Now if I recall correctly, that does seem to fit into the restrictions with the telescope numbers. So for example, declination degrees had to be, was it less than 29? Between 13 and 29, something like that. So that does seem to fit the restrictions at the moment. So we'll certainly give that a try. So this was going to be 27. The middle one was going to be 7. And then we've got 13. Okay, we'll see what happens with that then. That's not quite as it's not quite as conclusive as I was hoping. It's not. If there is a 4x4 pattern, it could be. No, that's not quite what I was looking for, I think. So instead, what else do we have? That, and that. I think that's in the right. I think that's in the right way of thinking of it. So left hand, middle, right. So left, right, and then in the middle. So do I just need to basically switch around the numbers somehow? Yeah, we could try 27 at the top then. Oh, I don't know if 07 is going to work for. No. So this is between 15 and 29. Well, it could be 13. Well, hang on a second, let's do this. So we tried 27. We tried 07 and then 13, so we'll swap those round and see if it's not 13 and 07. I'm clicking all over the place at this point. Let's try this properly, shall we? So that's that. We'll see what that gives us. Again, I'm not particularly seeing an obvious 4x4 pattern, so not to worry. So this can't be, so it's not 27, and it can't be 7, so we could certainly try 13. No, it doesn't even go as low as 13, so it has to be, well, if I'm correct in the coordinates, it has to be 27. So, back to the drawing board on that one then, I'm afraid. I wonder if... is it these? No, that doesn't... don't think that would make sense. I'm still wondering what the purpose of having these lit up was entirely, to be honest. 271307, but that's not correct. It could be any number way of looking at this then, maybe. Alright, I'll come back to that one after I've had a bit of a think about it. I've got a number of other things to try. So, with this, I did actually get the thing to change, and it seems to have reverted back to how it was before. So basically I was very close with the initial clue. This pairing is a complete red herring. It's all the planets selected and then the Earth symbol, or our Sun, as the determining factor here. So let's see, all the planets selected, yep. So now if we... well, maybe it's already stuck like that. Okay. So then presumably the next one is this symbol with no planet selected. So we'll give that a try. Maybe I've messed it up slightly by leaving it mid-solution, as it were. Could just be a graphical glitch, quite possibly. Okay, we'll give that a try. Yep, there we go. Excellent. So we know where that can go. Now then, was there anything else in this area? I don't believe so. Not according to my notes, anyway. So, if we nip downstairs quickly, we can put this yellow core in and presumably get a blue one out of the finished star chart pattern. Yep, excellent. So that's one of two. And I'm not doing so badly with this section, to be honest. I've got one of these left, and I think well, we know where it is, it's just accessing it's the problem. And a picture. Now that I'm not sure about. It could honestly be pretty much anywhere. I've been through, you know, every possible stone that I can think of, and there wasn't anything remotely coming up. So any hints, by all means let me know, because I'm stuck on that one, I'm afraid. Now then, if we go back to the second area, which is... Have I turned myself around? Yes, quite possibly. So we go back to the second area. There were definitely a few bits and pieces I've missed there, and hopefully they'll give me something reasonably interesting, if nothing else. So this way, we had on the corner of one of the walls, we've got this puzzle to try and lock in. Ah, good. Okay, that's a figure. I was expecting a picture, but I'll take that instead. So this area is probably the one I've not succeeded in getting the most bits and pieces out of. So we've got that, and that's one picture down. Good. No, sorry, not picture, figurine. And then if we head back towards the main bedroom on the computer, so similar to the one in the third area, there is actually an icon that you can select. If I can... Why is it not... There we go. Oh, okay. So is this a... Huh. Ah, this could be the trapdoor we're looking for and some coins, yeah, because we're missing quite a few coins. This could be the trapdoor that we're missing for the picture in the first area. Nothing else here? Don't believe so. Okay, so this may take us... Yes. Excellent. So that's good. So we've found that. Anything else in this particular area? It'd be nice if there were a few more bits and pieces, considering we're still missing a couple of pictures and coins in this. Ah! That's where the final one of those was. Well, that should hopefully start unlocking a whole bunch of stuff then. Because here we've got a couple of pictures. I know where one of those is, and 3 coins as well. Nothing else, just handily tucked away. Nope. Well, I guess that's as much as we can expect from this area, to be honest. Okay. So that was also successful. So if we now go back towards the first area then, still missing quite a few bits and pieces from this place, to be honest. 6 more coins, 3 more pictures and a figure. And I know where the painting is, but I'm not sure how to access it. So there does seem to be a whole... Yeah, a whole other room I've just, basically missed? Ah, there was something I wasn't sure about, in that you can still use this particular device to input settings. And as far as I'm aware, I haven't come across any other possible inputs. There was the one which you needed to access this bedroom or storage area here, but that was the only one. So again, I need some kind of input for that, and I'm not sure where those are. I've been through all the, all the myriad bits and pieces, and there don't seem to be, at least that I can tell, there don't seem to be any other references to sequences of triangles and circles and squares and whatnot. But we'll have to leave that for the time being then. So if we go all the way back down, so now we're in this area, we can pick up the picture. So it was tucked away down here where the banisters are, and funnily enough you can only actually see it from this angle. If you sort of come back into the main area from what would be the normal direction, so the very first time you come into this particular bit, you're coming from this direction, so you're seeing it from this angle. You can't actually see the picture. You have to, I believe, only come into this room from that doorway there, and then that allows you the angle to see it, which is a bit... I mean, I suppose the game expects you to be sort of traipsing back and forward, so you're probably going to pick up on various bits and pieces, but it'd be nice if you could sort of see it from the very first time you come into the room. So we've got that, that's one of the pictures. And then we can finish this bit off. Kind of interested to see what's here now. Something good? An old hunting room? Yeah, by the... what's going on there then? Okay. So what have we got here then? We've got a box which just needs this completing. Good, that's all the coins, but I'm still missing a couple, so we haven't found all of those yet. Are we going to find a picture or two? That'd be nice. Can't just be a box full of coins, surely. That's a bit anticlimactic, to say the least. Huh. I mean, for all the trouble it took to get here, you'd think you would definitely get a bit more, if nothing else. But I guess the setting is reasonable, if you're into that kind of thing. So yeah, that's sort of the old hunting trophy room. Probably is worth another thorough look around, if nothing else, but certainly just on the face of it there don't seem to be any hidden bits and pieces. Don't trust that box. I'm now having to basically scan every single brick in this entire castle, because there have been a number of times when I thought I found everything and the one thing you're missing is hidden behind a loose brick somewhere. Yep, well I might come back here, but for the time being I think we're done there. So yes, case in point, back in this particular area, in the stone tower, which is this direction I believe, there is a loose brick. Nope, other direction. Or is it this way? Nope, definitely the way. Huh. So if you go up this tower here, to this mid-level, you've got... there it is. Kind of obscured somewhat. Good. So that is everything. Okay, so maybe I was underestimating what I'd find then. So we've now cleared this particular section, which is great. I don't need to bother coming back here again. Yeah, I thought I was definitely missing a few more bits than that, but no, I'm happy with that now. So if we come back to the second area then, we can see that we've got to find, what was it, 6 coins, 1 figure, 3 pictures, and a painting. That does seem to be quite the tall order, to be honest. And like I said, I'm pretty sure I've been through, you know, all reasonable places, and the only thing that I can't work out that I've definitely found is A, this turning input puzzle, and then B, if we go back into here, back into the attic, we've got the picture, which is definitely there. I mean, you can clearly, well, I can clearly see it. Hopefully your video is as good as mine. You can definitely see it. You just can't seem to go pick it up. And there does seem to be a torch or a bulb there which would illuminate it, presumably. But that doesn't seem to have a corresponding switch anywhere. So I'm just not sure about that, to be honest. I mean, I don't know how many times I've, you know, sort of been staring at this rather cramped attic space and downstairs, and there just doesn't seem to be anything at all. Now, whether this is linked to the turning puzzle, I don't know. But without any kind of sort of obvious input, I'm at a bit of a loss for that one. So again, any hint would be most appreciated, because I'm basically kind of at a standstill almost. I've been through, you know, the whole castle, if not individual areas, quite a number of times, and I'm out of ideas of where to look, really. I never was the best at picking up the most minute of details. Some people are fantastic at it. Some people can just sort of, you know, scour every inch and find everything that's hidden away, but unfortunately not me. So that was all that I found in there. And then back in here, we've just got, if we go back upstairs, so we've just got 1 picture left to find, and again, this could very well be anywhere. I thought I'd, again, gone through every sort of reasonable inch of this place, and if there's a picture, you know, a corner of a picture sticking out, I've not noticed it so far. But I think more pressing is the is figuring out how this telescope. So we're done with this now? Well, we can still activate it, and usually if you can still activate something, it generally means there's another purpose for it. I think we've seen so far that things that basically things that you can no longer use, just you can't actually gain any kind of activation on the cursor anymore. So it would seem to imply there's still a purpose for this. The clue's gone, so we've possibly found everything there is to find, and it's just a bit of a play item now. What happens if we just put in, for the sake of it, all the inputs again? That's all of them. Oh, okay. So it is going to reset back to factory conditions, maybe. Well, I'll leave that for the time being. It may well be there's a further puzzle to find for it, but without a corresponding hint, I could be there for quite some time So we'll leave that for the moment. So yeah, it's just basically now trying to figure out what coordinates we need to get out of this in order to put into the telescope. I wonder if it's a case of picking the only conceivable one possible. So if we think about it, this gives us 22, 37 and 93. Well, we know 37 won't work and 93 won't work in the degrees, but 22 might, so we could try that. And for the middle one, if we go like so, 47, 07, 78. Well, 78 won't work. 47 might. 07 might. And then finally... does it go up to 59? Might go up to 59, in which case all these 3 digits might work. Now this is kind of serious clutching at straws time, basically. So 22 we already put in. This could be 47. What number does this go up to? Yeah, it does go up to 59, was right. Okay, so we'll try that. And then this bottom number could be 35, so we'll try that. Trouble is, there are quite a number of combinations. Nope, still not seeing it. So if we try 52, I think 52 and 53 are close enough that... Nope, although there does seem to be something interesting going on up there. Okay, well we'll try... 07. And then 52, we can always switch back to 35 if necessary. Well, it's pointing at a different part of the... Ah! That could be right. That looks about right. So what have we got? That, and so 2 at the top either side. We're going down and across 3 possibly. Down there and then 1 in the corner. Yeah, I'm reasonably happy with that. I think that's a possible try anyway. So 2, 7 and 52. 22, sorry. 22 no, was here. The left-hand dial. See, you know, it works, possibly. We haven't tested it yet. But why does it work? 07 in the middle. And then 50... No, it has to be in this position. 53 on the right? Is that the way we're looking at it? Could be. That. Whoops, that, and that. Yeah, go on then, nice one. Yeah, I'm happy with that, I'll take that. So, not quite as good as, you know, clocking it from the beginning and figuring out that's the way the coordinates are supposed to go, but bit of trial never hurt anyone. Brilliant. So we found everything apart from one picture. I have no idea where that's going to be. Could be anywhere, honestly. Like I said, I mean, it could be a hidden brick somewhere. But let's go back to the central area and we'll see what all the blue lights gives us. Absolutely nothing apparently. Oh, no, that's a bit too soon. So, did we not need the rest of the stuff? I'm sure we still do. I mean, there's buttons to activate. Maybe that's something over here then, possibly? Well, what does this give us then? Ah, this could be where we find the coins. Right, is this a separate note we're getting? Yes it is, so that's good. We'll keep... Ah, there are the 5. Oh, no, only 3. So a couple more to find for that. These radios are driving me crazy. There must be something to do with the radios, I'm sure of it. I'm pretty sure they don't just keep popping up for nothing whatsoever. Anything else? Any loose bricks? Ah, what's this? A second? Wonder how many of those we need then. Well, that looks like it down here, so let's trek up the tower. Nothing. What have we got? Ah, 2 more coins, so all the coins, good. Am I supposed to be reading into the fact that all the floating eyes basically seem to be zooming up the tower? Okay. What have we got? Oh boy. Oh, no, let's go back again. So we've got some kind of alphabet translator maybe, and then 3 dots into 1 dot. Okay. Presumably when I get to where all this is going to be used, it'll all make sense. Well, they're definitely, yeah, they're definitely congregating up there, aren't they? Well, this would probably be it then. So I guess the other collectibles were just sort of icing on the cake, maybe for a bonus downstairs. But this looks to be the array. So 1. Ah, right, okay, so you've got... What's that then? 2 minus 13. Or 2 minus 1 times 3? There are no brackets. we can... Not quite sure how to read this because there's no minus symbol. That would definitely indicate 2, and that would seem to indicate... Oh, no, how am I reading this? 12. 2 minus 12? That doesn't seem right. Let's see what the other one gives us. This would appear to be just basically a linking puzzle, which is fine. I can probably work that one out. So we've got 3 lines by the look of it, no matter what we do on the second dial. So we need 3 lines on the first one. And we've got 1 or 2. So the second dial needs to basically be either 2 lines coming out of it or 1 line coming out of it. Oh, don't want to do that. I think there, well, I'm hoping, against hope, that there are multiple paths to victory here, and just basically whichever one you can kind of cram into the corresponding solution works, because this could be a bit of a pain otherwise. So that's definitely right. That's... If I alternate that... Yeah, these alternate as well. So we want that quite possibly, which means this is going to have to come back round again. Ah, but then that changes. Meanwhile, these ones are nowhere near. So that makes sense at the end. Ah, but those change. Really? Okay, that was a fluke, but I'm going to take it. Yep. So that's good to go. We just need whatever this is then. So again, it's a similar thing of, you know, some numbers, but this one shouldn't be so hard. It's just... How am I... Okay, so we did successfully get the second one where 3 go into 1. But how am I failing to figure this one out? You've got... This would be 2 minus 12, which is, you know, negative 10, presumably. But how do I get a negative number? I mean, I could put in, what, 0, 0, 10? No, wrong way. Oh boy. Go down. Go. Let me think. So this can go... This brings those 2 down, this brings those 2 down. And then this alternates these either end. So This wants to be down one, and we bring these two up, and nope, wrong way. See, I'm not even sure that's the right number. Anyway. Oh dear. Unfortunately, I'll be honest with you guys, it's been kind of a long day, and I know I should be able to figure this out, but my mind has kind of had it, which is really terrible when you're trying to do these kind of puzzles, because there is a logical way of doing it, and at this point I'm just basically rotating tiles in the hope that they kind of click into place and I don't have to think about it too much longer, because this is just... dear oh dear. Right, let's... Okay, let's try again, shall we? There's nothing else that I'm... No, it's just... Right, okay, so... Right. So, this dial causes the two left ones to rotate. This dial causes the either end dials to rotate. This one causes the two right ones to rotate. Okay. Boy. Having said all that, I'm still no... So if we bring this down and these two up like so, want it to be slightly further, do we? Actually, if we bring... that one's going to have to be like that, I think. Nope, I was... which way is it? I'm getting there very slowly. I went the wrong way, didn't I? I can't even think straight. So this needs to be... Now which way was it again? So if I do that... No, it has to be going the right... It has to be going that way, doesn't it? And then we bring this... Why can I not get this? Why can I not honestly just figure out the way these dials are supposed to rotate and... I mean, this is just basic trial and error stuff, isn't it? This is embarrassing, I'm really sorry. This is absolutely embarrassing on my part, but I can't honestly... You know what? I'm going to put a break in here because I need to refresh. I'm really sorry about this. Like I said, this one I just kind of lucked into. This one, yeah, I got no excuse, honestly. I'm going to put a break in here. I'm going to get a really good night's sleep, and I'm going to come back and have a crack at this because I just can't see it. I'm really, really sorry, but it's Honestly, how embarrassing. And I'll catch you next time for what would possibly be a very short episode, because I figure once I get this... I'm not even sure it's the right answer, though. Maybe it wouldn't hurt to have a look at this as well and see if I can figure out what I'm supposed to be trying to... 2... Yeah, I think it's supposed to be 2 minus 12, which would be minus 10. But there's no negative, so you just put 0, 10 in, which is what I'm trying to achieve and failing horribly. But it might be useful to look at this with fresh eyes as well and see if that's the number I'm actually supposed to try and achieve rather than just bimbling. But yeah, I will see you next time.